So you are thinking about buying a house in New Brunswick and you have so many questions how it works, where you can start and how much it will cost you and what are the process. Hi, I am Koko Kenny. I am a real estate professional in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and I will tell you real estate tips for buyer in New Brunswick. So stay tuned. First thing first, qualify for the mortgage. Contact to your preferred lender to get the pre-approved. In New Brunswick, we have what it's called a first-time home buyer programs. What do you need to qualify this program? You must have a household income less than $40,000 and have been a resident of New Brunswick for at least 1 year. The home ownership program provides a payable loan for 40% of the purchase price of up to a $75,000 loan. This loan is interest-free for households with incomes less than $30,000. What credit score do you need to buy a house in New Brunswick? However, what is a credit score that is required for a mortgage in New Brunswick and the rest of Canada? While each lender in New Brunswick will have their own rules, generally, anything over 650 is considered a good credit score and will show that you are a good candidate to get the loan. Down payment. Can you buy a house without the down payment in New Brunswick? You need a minimum down payment of 5%. For down payments of less than 20%, home buyers are required to purchase mortgage default insurance. Do you pay HST when you buy a house in New Brunswick? The HST is 15% and is only payable on the sale of brand new properties or properties that have been substantially renovated. For example, if you bought a brand new property for $350,000, you would need to pay $52,500 for the HST. Do you pay taxes when you buy a house in New Brunswick? Yes, it's called the real property transfer tax. This is a large portion of the closing cost. In New Brunswick, the land transfer tax payable is currently 1% of the assessed value of the property or consideration for the transfer, whichever is greater. For example, on the purchase of the house assesses to be worth $100,000, the tax payable is $1,000. Closing costs. What are closing costs when buying a house? Closing costs are the charges and fees that are paid when a house purchase is finalized. Typically, the buyer costs include mortgage insurance, homeowner's insurance, appraisal fees, and property taxes, while the seller covers ownership transfer fees and pays a commission to their real estate agent. The average closing cost in New Brunswick is roughly $3,600 after taxes, or about 1 to 2% of the final home sale price. However, closing costs in New Brunswick is the lowest in Canada because of the housing price. Now, I want to talk about the real estate tips for buyers when you are buying a house in New Brunswick. The Canadian Real Estate Association revealed that the average cost of a house in New Brunswick has risen 24.5% in the past year, jumping from around $203,000 in October 2020 to around $250,000 in October 2021. No one has a crystal clear prediction about what will happen in housing market in 2022 in New Brunswick. The housing New Brunswick price may keep going up or not. Knowing and understanding what type of a home that suits you and your family is very important. List the features you most want in a home and identify which are necessities. Find out 3 or 4 neighborhoods you would like to live in based on commute time, schools, recreation, crime, and price. And set the moving timeline. If you already own a house, have you sold your current home? If not, you will need to decide the timeline to sell. If you are renting now, when is your lease up? Do you expect interest rate to go jump anytime soon? All their factors will affect your buying, closing, moving timelines. And I want you to think long term. Investing real estate is not a short-term thing. It is not timing in the market to buy. It is time in the real estate market. Working with a realtor, a real estate agent will guide you through the home search with a biased eye, helping you meet your buying objective while staying within your budget. Agents are also a great source when you have questions about the local amenities, utilities, zoning rules, contractors, and more. Please reach out to me anytime when you have a question. Lastly, be realistic. It is okay to be picky about the home and the neighborhood you want, but don't be close-minded, unrealistic, or blinded by minor imperfections. If you insist on living in a cul-de-sac, you may miss out on great homes on streets that are just as quiet as secluded. Like I mentioned before, real estate market in New Brunswick is booming like crazy. So I want you to open your mind and really think about what you can amend of your wish list and what you can't eliminate from your list. For more information about the real estate tips for buyer in New Brunswick, please check my other videos buying New Brunswick. Give this video a like and share, and go right ahead to hit the subscribe button with the bell so you will be the first one to know when I post a new video. I have so much more to tell you about the life and the real estate in New Brunswick, so I will see you at the next video.